Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. This isn't really one of my on the hour videos. This is just a short one that I'm just pumping out there, simply because it pleases me. It pleases me to see Nicola Sturgeon fail again so spectacularly, and this is all to do with the attainment gap that she swore she would close. The attainment gap between the richest and the poorest of students. She said, it'd be her, and her words were, defining mission to close that gap. It's been 7 years, and guess what? It's a fail, of course. So let's look very quickly at this. Like I say, it's only a very short video. I just thought, I like to see failure in Sturgeon. So quickly, here goes. So Nicola Sturgeon fails in defining mission to close the attainment gap, as virtually no progress has been made. Did we think it would be anything other? Rich children are always going to do better than poor children because richer parents tend to be cleverer. They tend to be able to sit and educate their children better. They can provide more resources. They tend to have more time. It's always going to be thus. If you truly want to close the attainment gap, get rid of poor people. Raise the poor out of poverty. But you can't do that, can you, Nicola? Well, you can't now, obviously, but you couldn't then either. Because everything you designed to do was to keep people poor, to keep them down, to keep them miserable and joyless, just like you. Oh, look, remember that? The old crash helmet haircut. God, I don't wonder why. There's very little in there. Anyway, the former First Minister has been slated for her boast that she would close the attainment gap between Scotland's richest and poorest pupils. As 7 years on, it is still at a wide level, and of course it is. It wouldn't be anything else. I'm not going to go through all of this, but she did boast about these figures, and she said it would close, and they wouldn't. But in numeracy, 79% of pupils reached levels expected in 2023, which is a rise of 0.5%. 0.5%. It's nothing. And literacy were up as a total, up 0.4% in the pre-pandemic year. Is it any wonder kids are being failed? Absolutely failed. But literacy, 72. Look at this. 72.7% literate. That's children at school. Only 3/4 of them can read. Not even 3/4 of them can read. If that's not a failure of the Scottish education system, I do not know what is. It is absolutely awful. And she says she wants to close the gap. Well, you're not going to close the gap with a quarter of your pupils coming out not able to read and write. Unbelievable. And so, like I say, I'm not going to go into this, but it is a total fail again. Because she was looking at the wrong metrics. She was looking for the wrong things. She was thinking you can close the attainment gap, and you can never close the attainment gap. What she should have been doing is raising the entry level of the attainment gap. Lifting the bottom ones up. Constantly pushing from the bottom up, instead of trying to close the gap between. She seems to think if you punish the clever and punish the rich, it brings that attainment gap down to the stupid. No, lift the stupid up. Always a better move. But then that is hard. That costs. And that's doing good. And that's something that she can't possibly do. Not the little evil, swinging, cold lump of coal that passes for her evil black heart. Stopping and coming up. As the Emperor would say, her failure is complete. Because I do love to see failure in the SNP. Everything they do fails, doesn't it? Nothing. They can get nothing right. They never will, because they're all dim. Anyway, there you go. Just a quick one. Just round off. Said it was quick. Just to highlight another failure from the blessed Saint Nick. God, there's a thing. Don't want to visit from Saint Nick, do we? Anyway, till next time, stay safe, stay well. I'll speak to you later. Bye.